Good afternoon, Neetu.
Good afternoon, sir.
So, Neetu, can you tell me in 5, 6 sentences about yourself?
Sure, sir. So my name is Neetu Yadav. I was born in Varanasi, but I was brought up across multiple cities because of my father's job in the Indian Air Force. I completed my graduation in computer science and engineering from Bitspilani, Hyderabad campus. Since then, sir, currently I've been working as a software engineer in Amazon in Hyderabad itself. That's
Okay,
it.
Neetu, you have been working in Amazon.
Yes, sir.
Now, there's a general complaint that this e-commerce firms like Amazon and Flipkart are killing the local shops and local mom and pop shops
Yes,
because
sir.
of which the traditional economy which was there, which was to support large number of people, is going for a six. How do you react to that?
So there are two aspects to look at it. So first one, definitely there has been an impact. Even recent report by the government found out that almost 7 lakh retail stores or kirana stores were impacted because of the rise of e-commerce in India. However, sir, there's another aspect to it where sir, e-commerce sector has simplified visibility as well as access for the small sellers as well as MSMEs and expanded their outreach not only in India but towards global markets as well. And there are various initiatives taken by, if I take the example of Amazon, sir, there are initiatives like Amazon Saheli and Flipkart Karigar, which are empowering these small sectors to improve their outreach to more expanded markets. But there, I do acknowledge the concern where the retail stores or small kirana stores, which are not very technically literate, which are not very technically or digitally empowered, they are facing challenges with the rise of e-commerce markets. So,
Okay, Neetu, this thing to offset this concern, government had started this concept of ONDC. Have you
yes,
heard of that?
yes,
Why
sir.
didn't it succeed, ONDC?
So, I would not say it has not succeeded. The current status is that it is live across 600 plus cities in India, and it has onboarded almost close to 7 lakh sellers in India as well. But there are limitations because so one, it has been successful for small value items like food and beverages, but it is not attracting the kind of customers for high value items like electronics and fashion. The second aspect is the control of platforms like Amazon and Flipkart, who have customer loyalty, which is not shifting towards ONDC because of grievances like there is not adequate customer grievance redressal in ONDC. And
Oh,
yes, sir.
yeah, please continue. You were saying something. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
sir. So the third aspect is, sorry, sir.
Yeah, please continue.
Okay. Yes, sir. So the third aspect is the ONDC has been successful for attracting MSMEs and sir, SHGs to over its platform, but it has not been very successful in high commerce sectors.
No, but you say it is successful in the small value items, but small value items also people do Blinkit or Swiggy and they don't go for ONDC. No one is aware. I don't think anyone in my house might have downloaded any software for booking on over ONDC. But why? My thinking is why can't we have someone big like Amazon creating a platform where ONDC kind of model where the platform sanctity and reliability and accountability is ensured, the which fear which is done. I think Reliance tried something like that. It also didn't succeed much on that account. Have you any idea of that?
Sorry, sir, I'm not. I'll read up on that. I'm not aware
Acha,
of the
okay,
initiative
okay,
by Reliance.
okay, okay. Now you have studied in Kendriya Vidyalaya.
Yes, sir.
Now, why is Kendriya Vidyalaya, both are government institutions, or any government school or Kendriya Vidyalaya? Why is Kendriya Vidyalaya much better performing than other government schools?
Sir, there are multiple reasons. The first one is the centralized control of Kendriya Vidyalayas, because of which it is able to attract better funding from the central government. Second factor is the standardized education across all the Kendriya Vidyalayas. Whereas when it comes to the state government schools, the education system becomes very fragmented, and the kind of quality control that is required, it's not very established across all the state government schools. So these are two factors that I can think of, sir, right now.
Okay. Now, but if you say that, then all Kendriya Vidyalayas should be doing well. But within Kendriya Vidyalayas, there are good ones and there are bad ones. Why is this difference?
uh, Sir, I think sir, most of the Kendriya Vidyalayas are doing well, but yes, sir, there are regional differences. I would say that it could be because of the local administration of the Kendriya Vidyalaya, sir, or the kind of impetus that is being given towards education in that particular school. But overall, I think Kendriya Vidyalayas are doing well across the regions.
Now, you are from Varanasi, staying in Hyderabad.
Yes, sir.
If we ask you to compare three positive things about Varanasi and three positive things about Hyderabad, which is not there in Hyderabad, and three positive things about Hyderabad, which is not there in Varanasi, can you list them?
Yes, sir, I can try.
Mhm.
Uh, Sir, Hyderabad is a more cosmopolitan city as compared to Varanasi. This is the first one. Second one, sir, Hyderabad has a very thriving technology sector and IT sector. Almost 60% of the revenue is coming from technology sector. And Hyderabad has a more diversified economy as well, where there is a growing aerospace industry as well as biopharma sector is gaining stronghold here. Third aspect,
Okay, leave it at two. Come to Varanasi. Positives of Varanasi, which is not there in Hyderabad.
okay, sir. Sir, when I talk about Varanasi, sir, the first would be the temple economy that is in Varanasi, and the spirituality aspect that is missing in Hyderabad. And the second would be, sir, the cultural legacy of Varanasi, sir, be it the Banarsi silk or the Banarasi pan. So that is something that is not easily translatable to Hyderabad.
The government is spending so much money on development of Varanasi.
Yes, sir.
More of the religious aspect. Should government waste so much money on religious development and not focus on hardcore school, health, roads, etc.?
Sir, I think it is not an either or problem. Government is using the religious or the spiritual aspects of Varanasi to translate it into economic development. For example, the focus on Kashi Vishwanath corridor, that is actually giving a boost to the hospitality sector there, with the hotels and other tourism aspects gaining stronghold there, sir. It attracted almost 10 crore visitors last year itself. The second one is there is also a great focus on infrastructure, so be it the urban ropeway development project or the front development project that is coming up in uh, so the Namo Ghat. So I think government is using the strength of Varanasi, that is the spirituality or the religious tourism, to give a boost to economic factors as well.
We talked about the Kashi Vishwanath corridor.
Yes, sir.
Now there is a there were a lot of complaints. At least not now, but at least when it was being done, a lot of small traditional old temples were destroyed to make this corridor.
Yes, sir.
Is that approach okay, to destroy old to create new?
Sir, I think there has to be sir, there has to be a balance in looking at what aspects of cultures are worth preserving and what archaeological value are they serving. I think the government has to involve Archaeological Survey of India as well as the local stakeholders to ensure that the significant aspects of the cultures or the temples are not destroyed; they are preserved. If they cannot preserved in situ, they must be relocated somewhere else to make sure that the heritage is conserved and it is not destroyed at the cost of development, sir.
You will love international cinema.
Yes, sir.
What kind of cinema? International is a very wide spectrum. from Iranian to Hollywood to Russian cinema, old to new? What kind of cinema like in international cinema?
Sir, I mostly like Iranian cinema.
Iranian cinema.
Yes, sir.
Now tell me this paradox. How is Iran doing so well in cinema even though there is so much religious conservatism, control, less freedoms, compared to India where there is totally freedom, totally free. You can make any films you like. How has Iran been doing so well?
Sir, yes, sir. The contradiction here is very striking, sir. But I believe Iranian cinema is doing well, not despite of it, but because of it. So
Okay.
because of the restrictions imposed by the government, they have evolved various unique aspects, like the use of children or the use of real world location to bring out various social nuances of the society, uh, which otherwise does not is not highlighted very much. So their focus on various issues in the society, so like the issues of children or the issues of women, they brought out very effectively because of the restrictions imposed on them.
So now this Iranian cinema is made in Iran itself or based on immigrant population from outside Western countries? They make the Iranian cinema. Who makes them?
So,
Iranians themselves are making it or someone outside? So basically from Iran, but someone outside.
sir, there are many directors which are making Iranian movies from within the country itself. But because of recent crackdowns, some have migrated outside as well. I believe one director migrated to France. I'm not able to recall the name right now.
So
But
don't you think that when these directors are able to make such critical movies, there's this question of having less freedom in Iran is only a Western propaganda. People have freedom because then that's why they're able to make movies. Nowadays, it's difficult to make movies in India, which is critical of any class, any community, anything. They start protesting. But Iran, they are able to make. Don't you think it is they are more free than in India?
Uh, no, sir. The restrictions in Iran are very heavily, the movies in Iran are very heavily sanctioned, because of which they are able to utilize unique concepts to bypass those restrictions. I would not say that Iranian cinema enjoys greater freedom than India. Uh,
Okay, fair enough. Now, Iran has gone through some unrest. Periodically, it goes through some unrest.
yes, sir.
When we think that, okay, now some change is going to occur, then it goes back to zero. Do you
Yes.
think the present sequence of unrest is going to lead to some change in Iran?
So it is difficult to say in the current context. Uh, there is there are developments happening. For example, USA has established a military presence in the Persian Gulf right now, and is repeatedly threatening Iran for a regime change. And even last year, we saw a 12-day war with Israel. But I believe, sir, when it comes to India, sir, the current Iranian regime has been favorable to India, as in it has provided access to the Chabahar port. So the instability in Iran would not be in the interest of the region as well as in the interest of India. And even the Arab countries have not been very active towards providing their country as a whole for coordinating any attack on Iran. So I believe there is going to be a status quo in the medium to short term, but in the long term, it is difficult to say what will happen there, sir.
Now, this question of USA threatening Iran, do you think such external threats helps in regime change or leads to more patriotic fervor, which prevents regime change, does not allow regime change to occur? People become more loyal. How does it operate?
Sir, it depends, I think, on country to country. In the recent times, sir, it has led to regime changes. Even if we look at our neighborhood in Bangladesh, sir, uh, there are allegations of external influences orchestrating the protest there, which led to a regime change. So it depends on the kind of country, on the kind of history that they've had, to say that whether external influence will strengthen nationalism or whether it will lead to a regime change.
Okay, thank you, Neetu. I'll invite my expert to.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, Neetu.
Good afternoon, sir.
So you had a long relation with both Telangana and Uttar Pradesh.
Yes, sir.
So staying in Uttar Pradesh, Telangana since last 6 years, do you feel this formation of Telangana is useful for Telangana region?
So, if we look at it objectively, sir, the economic growth in Telangana has been high since the time of bifurcation in 2014. And the kind of infrastructure development, so the rise in per capita income, I believe the bifurcation has been favorable for Telangana. But there are issues as well when it comes to the water sharing disputes that are still in the process of resolution. But I believe overall it has been positive for Telangana.
Okay. So do you believe that smaller states would be useful for India?
It depends, sir. So there is no overall one approach fits all solution. It depends on the kind of state that is going to emerge out of bifurcation. For example, so if we take the context of Telangana, Telangana was blessed because of Hyderabad. Hyderabad contributes almost 30% of the total GDP of Telangana. So, but
Okay.
if we talk about other statehood demands like Gorkha land is not very economically viable when it comes to it, and the border, its location at the border area also has security implications. So it has to be evaluated on a case by case basis whether the demand for a smaller state will be feasible or not.
Okay, fine. So Neetu, can you tell me the major budget announcements regarding Uttar Pradesh?
Oh. Sorry, sir, I'll have to look up on that.
Okay, fine, not an issue.
I'm not.
Further, you are currently working in Amazon, right?
Yes, sir.
So this recently there is a issue with respect to Anthropic AI tool.
Yes, sir.
So will it be would it really be have a long impact for the future of software engineers?
So it is definitely disrupting the market right now. With the launch of the Anthropic AI tool, we saw the shares of Indian IT companies fall rapidly, almost 7% for TCS in a day, sir. So it is going to lead to disruption, but in the long term, I think the IT industry, I'm optimistic that it is going to evolve. Right from the beginning of the IT industry, we've seen that, sir. From how it uh, gained foothold from the Y2K moment to when it adopted with the software as a service evolution, and right now with artificial intelligence. So I think it is rapidly skilling. Uh, uh, Indian IT companies have invested heavily in reskilling their workforce, and they're also partnering with emerging AI startups. For example, we recently had a Cognizant Palantir deal in United States. So it is going to evolve, and it is, I believe, it is going to become more mature. It is going to move up the value chain in future.
Okay, good. Further, India, have you followed India EU deal?
Yes, sir.
Why it is considered as mother of all the deals?
Sir, there are multiple reasons. So first one is I think it combines the fourth largest economy with the second largest economic bloc in the world. So the economic impact is very huge. And second is, so the deal had been in negotiation for almost 2 decades. So the culmination of the deal at such a point, it's very significant in the context of the tariff barriers or the frictions with United States that both the countries, India as well as EU, have been facing. In that backdrop, the deal becomes even more significant.
Okay. Now, I hope you might have followed about India-US trade deal also.
Yes,
With
sir.
that trade deal, some sections of the society are really happy, but some sections of the society are really worried about it.
Yes, sir.
What is the issue? Why many are being worried with India-US deal?
Sir, the sections of the society which are happy about it, they are mainly the textile sector and the gems and jewelry sector. So, because it is going to make them more competitive compared to the competitor countries that we have with respect to Bangladesh or Vietnam. India has achieved lower tariffs with USA in that context. But the sections of the society, particularly the agriculture sector, they have raised concerns about the import of the animal feed, especially because it's GM in nature. So that is going to affect the profit of farmers in the long term. So that is why they've raised concerns.
So you're mentioning that the textile sector will be relatively happier, but if you look into the news of last 2 to 3 days, USA had a very good deal with respect to Bangladesh in the textile sector.
Yes, sir.
So what would be its impact on India?
So Bangladesh has been more competitive when it comes to textile sector as compared to India, largely because it has been able to achieve economies of scale. Whereas when we look at the textile sector in India, it is more fragmented in nature and across multiple MSMEs, across multiple locations, and the kind of cost competitiveness that Bangladesh enjoys currently, that is not being achieved by India. So in that context, as well, I believe Indian textile sector has to move up the value chain to gain benefits out of the India US deals.
Okay, fine. So you had lived in both Varanasi and Hyderabad. So
Yes.
can you tell me two major cultural differences?
Sure, sir. Sir, Hyderabad is more cosmopolitan in nature with a thriving IT sector. When it comes to Varanasi, it is a more traditional society which revolves around the the temples of Varanasi, as well as the various traditional legacies that it has.
One more.
So Varanasi is so it is a river based city, and Hyderabad is more inland landlocked. So
Okay, fine. Yeah. So last question from my side, Neetu. Uh, as per 16th Finance Commission recommendations, it is said that southern states will be getting more revenue compared to past time.
yes.
What happened? What is the change?
So 16th Finance Commission has added a factor which is accounting for 10% of GSDP. So 10% of allocation based on GSDP of states. So that is why it is resulting in a higher contribution to southern states as compared.
Okay, fine. Thank you. Chairman sir will take over.